Hi Team We Run, Coach Alexi here, coach for Reading, South Oxfordshire and online. So my last two videos I've not appeared in person. I've been showing you and talking you through with my mouse and my voice some stuff around the anatomy of our lower legs. So the first video was specifically around feet and it coming into the ankle, and the second video was a bit of a zoom out looking at the whole of the calf as well, because a lot of what goes on in the feet and ankle is actually controlled by muscles and tendons that run up into the calf. Now, one of the reasons for me showing you that video, and then maybe I'm thinking about planning some more if you're interested, so let me know, on different areas of your body. So those two videos are really about giving you a bit of an intro as to the complexity of the anatomy that we have in our feet and lower legs. You know, I mentioned at the beginning of the foot series the fact that it has to be the way is the way it has to be, because we are two-legged, we're bipedal. So our feet do, as well as our propulsion, they do a lot of our stability. We are inherently a bit tippy. You know, we fall over a lot. I certainly fall over a lot than my dog does. She's got four-wheel drive. She's got inherent stability in her body position. We're a lot more tippy, and our ankles and feet and lower legs play a huge part in keeping us upright. Especially important if we're out on the trails, walking or running, and even more important for running, because we're never on 2 feet at the same time when we run. That's the difference in gait. When we're running, we're only ever on 1 foot or in the air. So I just wanted to give you a glimpse about all the magnificent stuff our body does every time we're taking a step, be that walking or running. But also to give a little bit of context about why it's not a good idea to try and ask for injury related advice, you know, on the internet. Just kind of asking a Facebook group or you know, sort of an online, you know, kind of you know, chat thread somewhere, you know, oh, I've got a bit of shin pain, what should I do? Like, you know, if you looked at that sort of the second anatomy video that I did that showed all of the muscles and ligaments that are around that shin, there are even sets of ligaments that you couldn't see because there's so many layers deeper in those diagrams, and I could have shown you millions of diagrams that go through all the layers that hold the tibia and the fibula together in our shin. And so, you know, there's for shin pain, there could be so many different reasons, because we've got the bones, we've got the ligaments, we've got the tendons, we've got the muscles, we've got the bursa, you know, and that's just a relatively high level view of what's going on everywhere. You know, pain under the arch of your foot, it might be plantar fasciitis because the plantar fascia runs underneath our foot. But as I showed again in that initial foot video, there's a huge number of incredibly complicated ligaments literally knitting everything together, going in every conceivable direction in all of those small bones inside the arch of your foot. Again, there's lots of ligament attachment points, there's lots of smaller muscles. So, you know, assuming it's plantar fasciitis and trying to DIY treat it, it might not be, and those sort of treatments might actually cause more harm than good. So it is always best to pop to see a sports specialist physiotherapist if you can, or a general physiotherapist if you can't, or, you know, some sort of medical professional who knows their anatomy, because it is complicated. So yeah, I hope that gave you a little bit of an interesting overview of our lower leg. I might continue further up the body in future videos, we shall see. So let me know what you're interested about, let me know your questions, and that'll inform what I chat to you about in future. Happy running.